Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is March the 5th, 2026. We're going to be talking about AEW, but before we get to that, we got a couple of things to talk about before AEW. Let's talk about the short thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Stephanie Lander and Mr. Mance Warner quit TNA because I guess that Stephanie Lander was injured and she can't wrestle, and so they won't clear her. But she did hear from WWE spinal specialist that they could clear her. So, ladies and gentlemen, they quit when they had a rivalry with AJ Francis, but they quit. So that's interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, the past day yesterday, we had a whole bunch of people announcing that they're going to be in the DLCs for 2K26. So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have everybody, but we have like one or two people in each season. So I'm going to tell you who's in the seasons until we get all of them. So, DLC number 1, we got Vikingo, Flammer, Mr. Iguana, and Psycho Clown. I'm happy for those guys. And we heard that the first DLCs, because you got Joe Hendry's pack, you got the Attitude Era, you got the Monday Night War DLCs, and you got this one. They all call them automatic, I believe so. Automatic in your game. That's pretty cool for that. And then Ringside Pass number 2, we got Demolition, Axe, Crush, Smash, and a woman that they did tease on Twitter, but they never announced the woman yet. And on season number 3, we got 3 people. We got a legendary man, Brian Pillman, a AAA guy, La Paca, and ladies and gentlemen, a current WWE superstar, and it's not Zack Ryder, it's Matt Cardona. So that's pretty cool to have. We have the season ringside pass season 4. We only got 2 out of 4. We got Jelly Roll and Lady Shami. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. And on number 5, we only got 1 person in this one, and that's Panago. We need 3 more. And on number 6, we got 1 more as well. We have Octagon Jr., and we need 3 more. So maybe today they will finally give us all of the DLCs coming out, because there's only 4 guys in every DLC. So it won't be that hard to announce all of them. And ladies and gentlemen, the game comes out tomorrow if you're in Eastern time. Other countries has it early, except for me. I had to wait until Friday. But that's okay. I just want to hurry up and get this day done, and we can play 2K26. Ladies and gentlemen, there's still a lot of new guys that I want to play as, like Joe Hendry. We got Ray Phoenix, the MFTs. Not Solo Sikoa and Tamatonga and Tongalo. I'm talking about Tala Tonga and JC Mateo. We got some NXT guys, and I'm going to download some NXT guys because it does, maybe OTM in there yet on the DLCs. I'm waiting. But ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to do here, what I have on 2K25, whoever my champions and who's on my roster, I'm going to play on my 2K26. We're going to try to continue 2K25, but with 2K26. Because now we got the draft. Because there's some people I have on here that came from NXT to SmackDown. I will keep them there, but I got some people on NXT, like Trick Williams is currently in WWE, right? In SmackDown. I didn't draft him yet. So we could do the draft soon as well. So that's what we're doing. We got a whole bunch of main roster guys in NXT in 2K25 right now. Like DIY, Candice LeRae, we got all of those people. Virtual and Angel Santos. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to make a AAA brand. all the guys that showed up on AAA, and we get the AAA guys. Yes, the sucky part, the rest of the AAA guys, I have to wait until the DLCs come out, and I had to grind to get what I want. I got the season pass. I don't know what the hell that does. Does it make it, I don't have to grind, or I still have to, and that thing is useless. I have no idea. It really beats me. But ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, that's my plan for 2K26. I made a list of people is in my rosters and my champions that I could put on there. The only champions I can't put on there is because they're not part of WWE anymore, or I downloaded them. And it's mostly NXT stars. It's mostly NXT champions. So whoever's the champions in the defaults will be my champions. But the people that I could change because they're in the game, or I don't have to download them because they're in the game. Like Blake Moreau is my NXT Women's Champion. I downloaded her, but now she's in the game. So that's easy for me. I need a new NXT champion because that was Karen Cross. I need a new North American champion because that's Giovanni Mancini. I need a new tag team champions because that was supposed to be a team that I made up, high voltage, with these underground guys, underdog guys like Adonis, Ali, Eddie Thorpe, Cedric Alexander, and all that stuff. But they're not in the game anymore. I had to download Ali again. I don't want to download Adonis. I really don't. He's not the top guy I really care for, so yeah. But there's a lot of people, and even my women's tag team champions has to be vacated because Tamina not in the game. I got Nia Jax and Tamina as the tag team champions. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, I think it's pretty cool to have those guys in the game. Even Brian Pillman, Lexus King is the one that announced Brian Pillman that will be in the game, and everybody's happy about it. Like I said, if we just get one rapper, Jelly Roll, if we can get him, I'll be happy. Don't give me 5 different celebrities. I don't need celebrities. I need wrestlers. I don't care if it's just AAA dudes. Because that helps my AAA brand big time when they do come out on the DLC. So I'm happy for it. And I'm happy for the Legends because it helps my Legends show. Because I do this old school show. So I want to make sure we have enough Legends for that show. We get Brian Pillman, we get Demolition. And we might get more if they announce more. We have no idea. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess they're doing videos of people that's in the game, that will be in the game. Matt Cardona did a video on his Twitter saying that he's going to be in it. The AAA guys. Even Lexus King did a video for his father. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty interesting. But they have one more day to announce everybody else, the rest of the guys that will be in the DLC. I don't know about the arenas. I think the arenas and the championships, because it says it comes with 2 new championships and 2 new arenas and Persona cards. Persona people. They said that it comes with that. You don't really need to announce those. You need to announce the new guys. The championships and the arenas could be a surprise. But I think everybody wants to know the superstars. That's what I think. I want to know who the superstars are going to be. The new superstars, because every DLC is always new superstars. So, we want to know who's going to be in there. So let's talk about AEW, ladies and gentlemen. We have a face-to-face between Young Bucks and FTR because Young Bucks is pissed. Because remember, FTR at Collision before, they attacked Young Bucks' family. They did a power driver onto their brother and all that stuff. But they did sign a no contact rule to do this thing. So they can't hit FTR. But FTR, after this whole thing ends, because they got angry and they didn't want to be part of it, so they said, yeah, we signed a no contact clause, but we didn't sign one for Brandon Cutler and Mr. Forgot what his name was. Dax Harwood hits Brandon Cutler for no reason. And then we had Tommaso Ciampa had an interview with Renee talking about he wants his TNT title back. He's not happy that Kyle Fletcher changed the name of the title and changed the design. So all that, and then FTR comes out and said to old friends, remember they hated each other when they were part of NXT. They had a ladder match for the tag team titles. And then Dax Harwood wants him to join FTR, and Tommaso Ciampa said no. So, and he says, we don't have a no contact contract. And he punches, he slaps Dax Harwood, and he says he's not mad at him. And then he says, I will see you at Collision. I thought they're going to have a match. But they're not having a match. FTR is defending their tag team titles against the Rascals. So how are you going to see him at the show if you're not even having a match with him? That doesn't make any sense. But ladies and gentlemen, we didn't get a lot of segments. We have segments after the matches. So we got MJF versus Kevin Knight for the world title. This match got made from Collision. It was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was MJF. MJF wasn't done there. He was going to attack Mr. Kevin Knight a little more until he got saved by Mike Bailey and Hangman Adam Page. Because I believe I think they were talking to each other, and Hangman Adam Page was distracting MJF, and then there's people like Mike Bailey behind him and super kicks MJF in the face. We have Orange Cassidy teaming up with Darby Allin to versus Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd. Why do you guys keep trying? How many times have you guys been in a tag team match and you lost to these guys? The winner of that match was Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, but at the end, Orange Cassidy got attacked by the debuting of David Finlay. Everybody thought this guy's going to come to WWE, but he comes to AEW and attacks Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy with a shillelagh. And Tony Khan made it official. They call themselves the Dogs. The Dogs are now all elite. They signed with AEW. We have Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter versus the former TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions of the World, Casey Lee and Jessie McKay. They made these ladies look like jobbers. They were the top tag team in TNA, and they were jobbers. They didn't get any defense. They just lost to Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter in a couple of minutes. Wow. We have Hangman Adam Page will be versing a jobber, and the winner of that match was Hangman Adam Page. And then he called out MJF and all that stuff, and MJF came out, and he was saying a whole bunch of words and all that stuff, but Hangman wants him to fight now, but Hangman got attacked by the Don Callis Bailey from Okada. Martin Davis and Kyle Fletcher attacked him, and Don Callis comes out and he says, we get a Trios Championship match later on tonight in the main event of Dynamite. We had Jon Moxley versus Don Callis Luchador, the Hatchimo guy. It was an okay match. This guy's not really a luchador. I'm sorry, but he's not a luchador. He's not a luchador. I didn't see a one flip from this guy. Maybe I wasn't watching the TV very much. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, it was an okay match. The winner of that match was Jon Moxley. He wants Okada. They get a no time limit match at Revolution. We had Tickler versus Thunder Rosa. For some reason, Chris Statlander is a bodyguard. She's wearing a bodyguard suit and acting like a bodyguard, just standing there. Attention! and acting like he's a bodyguard or a Terminator. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was for the Women's Championship. It was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match, and still the champion, Tekla, gets the win. And then Sky Blue and Julia Hart comes out. It's not really a celebration, they were just standing there. And then Chris Statlander comes out, and then there's security guards stopping Chris Statlander, Julia, and Sky Blue from attacking each other. So Chris Statlander was a little busy, and then Tekla did a stomp onto Thunder Rosa, and they got Chris Statlander angry and started beating up security guards and got in the ring. Tekla ran away, and she went on to check on Thunder Rosa. We had the Don Callis family versus Jet Speed and Adam Page for the Trios Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match, but because of the interference from MJF hitting Adam Page with the Dynamite ring, we have new Trios Champions, and they are the Don Callis family, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, and Okada. They are the new champions. I don't know why we need double champions. Because Kyle Fletcher's already the TNT champion, and now he's a Trios champion, and Okada is the international champion, and now he's a Trios champion. I have no idea why. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for TNA results. Yes, I will do that. I know 2K26 comes out, but I will still do the video for you guys. That's all me today. Bye.